Hi guys, good afternoon creeps. Hi guys and creeps. Guys and creeps, I just want to say something real quick. It's not going to be a long video. Wanted to say that everybody got to be held for their own actions. Held accountable for their own actions. Let me repeat that. Everybody has to be held accountable for their own actions. Okay. Now, I'm not saying what I'm about to say is that I'm not going to sit here and say that one race is perfect and another race is flawed. Okay. But you have to look at things objectively, and you have to be honest with yourself, because if you ain't gonna be honest with yourself, you are only gonna fuck yourself up. When you live your life based on lies, it's not gonna do nothing. It's not gonna do you no good, because a lie is not going. It's worthless. It doesn't have any value. Because if something is if you're living your life based on lies, it's not gonna get you nowhere. So what I'm about to say, I hate to make it racial, and white people are not perfect, and black people are not all bad. Okay, but what I'm saying is that white people, there are high quality white people that are good. Okay, the majority of white people are good people. Okay. And you got a large majority of black people that are good people, but a lot of black people are bad. But you also got white people that are serial killers. You got white people that are doing insurance fraud scams in the medical industry, and they got MD on their names. You got mad doctors, mad scientists that are mass murderers in the white community. You got white people that do insurance fraud scams on white homeless girls. I mean, you got white people that do insurance fraud scams on runaways. Okay, and I'll explain all of that, how those scams work. And those are white on white crimes. But when it comes to black people, I'm noticing something that is very disturbing. Black people are always saying that they are being victimized. Now, some of this is true. They are getting victimized by police brutality, but white people are also getting brutalized and beat and killed when they're homeless too. White people get beat up and killed by police. They don't make a big deal out of it, which they should. But white people, when they're homeless, hell yeah, they're gonna get beat up and brutalized and illegally incarcerated or illegally Baker Act, or they're gonna have charges filed on them from trespassing or loitering or shoplifting. They're gonna have all of that horror on them. There is no white privilege when you're homeless. White privilege does not exist. Okay, I've seen white people get treated just as bad or worse than a black person by another white person. So don't think that it's just white people hate black people. What's happening with black people is that I'm noticing a very disturbing trend with them. We live in this great country. We live in a very progressive country. We live in the land of the free, home of the brave. We live in a country that got countless libraries, access to computers, reading materials, educational materials. We got Amazon Prime, where you could buy books on all different types of industries. Get education that you might have to pay for through Kaiser University or all these different universities. We got trade schools all over the United States. We got student loans. We got even loan forgiveness programs nowadays. I mean, we got access to quality educational materials. Okay. But I've been speaking on this, but you'll see it on the YouTube homepage. The things that's trending is stuff that's just not worth anything. It's not even worth watching. All you're going to look at is commercials of people slinging makeup palettes. All you're going to look at is commercials of people selling, pretending like they're doing clothing hauls, and they're really trying to get you to buy a t-shirt. I mean, all it is commercials. Then when it's not that, is boom jiggly music. It's music, entertainment, and fun. Playing video games and all that type of stuff. Then these black people will go to these rallies for the Black Lives Matter movements and claim that the white man is holding them down. Okay. Well, I have a problem with that, and you should too, because the white man is not the one that's fucking you up. It's Beyonce, it's Jay-Z, it's Rihanna, it's everybody else that you watch all day. If all you want to do is play video games and play at your game spot or play, I don't even know the games that's hot. I don't watch gaming videos. What the fuck I'm gonna watch somebody else play a video game for? I'll play my own video games. What the fuck I'm gonna watch somebody else play? I don't understand gaming videos or gaming channels. Never watched them. I might watch Squeezie, but Squeezie is a French gamer, but I do it for intellectual purposes so that I could train my ears so I could practice my French through Squeezie. And I see him playing the video games, but it's damn sure not to watch Squeezie play the video games. It's to help me with my French language. It's not for watching Squeezie play the video games. But so I have a purpose if you knew that you're watching Squeezie. But yeah, I watch Squeezie so I can learn French. All he speaks is French. I sit there to train my ears on my French grammar and skills and speeds. Okay. So if you don't know me, yes, I speak French as my second language. So I watch French programming. But I watch Cyprien, Monsieur Dream, Hugo, Norman, all the big YouTubers from France. Okay, but I use it for educational purposes. Okay, but what I'm trying to say is that if somebody is just sitting there watching somebody else perform and entertain them, and then they go to these Black Lives Matter movements or some other nigger rally, and then they sit there and they moan and complain about how the white man is doing horrible stuff to them, not letting them get jobs and not giving them education and holding them down so that they can't get up. That shit is not true. Honestly, it's you that's doing that to yourself. Honestly, that's you doing that to your goddamn self. You can't sit here and blame a man from another race, another species of primate. You can't blame that primate for anything. And if you don't know what a primate is, it's an ape. We're all primates. But we have to start using the term primate so that people can stop getting biblical and start getting scientific. Because we have to realize that scientifically we are different. Okay, there's 200 different types of primates. Depending on what type of scientist you talk to, there's all different types of primates. Primates is just different types of apes. Okay, monkeys and lemurs. Okay, in the primate family. The primate means that you are a human, but you belong to the species. You are a human, but you are a primate, which makes you an ape. You belong to the ape family. All humans do. It's not a white person is an ape, just like any other person, because when they die and they have no control of what they say, they're going to be listed as a human primate, which means they are a human ape descended from the great apes of Africa. Every human is descended from the great apes of Africa, whether you be from China or Japanese or Europe. You could be the blondest person, but you descended from an ape. Okay. Now, most people feel comfortable saying that they came from God, but that book is a fairy tale book. That's not scientific. How do I know? I used to deal with dead bodies when I was working for Delta. I used to deal with the dead and body parts that were for human transplants. And they were listed as primate organs, which means that they came from an ape. Now, they're not going to tell you, oh, it came from a gorilla or a chimpanzee or a bonobo or gorilla. They're not going to tell you where it came from, but those type of organs are compatible with any species of ape. I mean, we're all different. That's how I know we're all different. I didn't come from a gorilla. I didn't come from a bonobo. I didn't come from chimpanzee. I came from a lemur. I came from the lemur monkeys that descended from a lion, from lion puss. Okay, I could trace who I am all the way back to a lion. That's how far back I can go. I don't need DNA testing for that. I have enough knowledge of the earth to be able to tell what species of ape I came from. And it damn sure wasn't gorilla or bonobo, because I don't even understand gorilla nonsense. Most of the African Americans that are in America, they are gorillas or bonobos. Some of them are chimpanzees, but most of them are gorillas. Those people, let me tell you something. When it comes to how you can tell who is a human, you have to look at a few characteristics. Human, gorilla, or bonobo, because they all different. Okay, I'm a human. A human means that you have an IQ of over 100. Okay, My IQ is 117, which puts me in the human category. If something is non-human, meaning that they're gorilla or bonobo, they don't have to have hair all over their body to be gorilla or bonobo. They could be gorilla or bonobo, but they look like what you see, African American. But those are gorillas. Okay, those things have an IQ of about 70. That means that's not human intelligence. That is gorilla or bonobo intelligence. If they can't pass an IQ test of 100, that means that's not human. That's not human. Okay. If they don't have all their elements of the earth, okay, I'll explain this. I'll explain all the characteristics scientifically that classifies you from human or gorilla or bonobo. Okay, you're too big to be a fucking lemur. Lemurs are little, so you wouldn't be lemur, but you could be gorilla or bonobo. Okay, even a white person could still be gorilla if they're real big. Those real big white people with the big hands and big feet, some of them are gorillas too. Those are white snow apes. Those are the snow apes. Those are the big gorilla. But those are the good, clean gorillas. But some of them can trace back to gorilla. I'm small. I'm 5'4", so I'm little. Like all the Asians, all the Chinks, all the Japs, those are lemurs. You can tell because they're little. They came from lemur monkeys, tigers, and stuff. They came from cats. All of them were feline. Okay, why? Because they're little. Lemurs are small. Okay, so how do I know? But white people could have been, they could be anything. They could be lemurs. They could be from gorillas. They could be bonobo. They could be chimpanzee. They could be anything. Okay, because they're the oldest. They're the oldest species. So whatever they were in the past, they could still trace back to whatever they were from Africa. Okay, it doesn't mean that just because they're a snow ape now that they can just say no, we're not gorillas. Yes, baby, you got to look into your DNA and find out what species you came from. Because I guarantee you, if you needed a transplant organ and they had to come from a gorilla boom, I bet you would take that gorilla boom. Wouldn't you take that transplant organ? We found your cousin gorilla in Africa. Okay, believe it, because it happens all the time. They ain't gonna tell your white ass where they got it from, but they'll go kill a gorilla and get you an organ. Why? Because they don't value a gorilla's life like they do a human's life. All those transplant organs that I would be carrying in those coolers, all of those didn't come from no human. I know that. They lie and say, because I talked to somebody that was collecting when I would go give it to the courier, in the cooler, and they would say, oh, well, some of them are coming from Africa. They're coming from chimpanzees and gorillas and baboons and boons. And I'm like, yeah, I know where they got it from. Some of them do come from other humans, but most of them don't. They be coming from some other primate. Any primate, let me tell you something about primate, the primate family. A lot of people don't know this, but you can look this up on the internet. You need to look up the reproductive organs of every primate species of ape, meaning gorilla, chimpanzee, bonobo, human. Okay, look up human, chimpanzee, bonobo. Okay, look them all up. Look at the reproductive organs. Everything is exactly identical. Exactly. And what people don't know is that when you have identical reproductive organs, that means you can mix breed with another primate. You can mix with anything that got the same reproductive organs. That's all it takes. As long as the reproductive organs are compatible, even if it's 85% DNA difference. If you mate with a cousin primate, that's why a white, blonde-haired, blue-eyed snow ape can meet with a gorilla boom boy. Though white snow ape fucking a gorilla boom, they gonna have a mixed breed, which is gonna be crazy than a motherfucker sometimes. Okay, because the mixed breed, when they too far apart, they be crazy and fucked up. They be worse than just one single thing. They be fucked up and crazy than a motherfucker. Crazy than a motherfucker. You can't trust nothing like that, because it's two different species of ape, and honestly, that's dangerous. Dangerous. Okay, so but people do it. The government tried to tell people, don't do that. Don't do that. They made it illegal, but people said, let's do this. And you don't know what destruction those type of things do. If you lived around them, you would know that's the worst of the worst of the worst of the worst. They might look better, but they come out worse than a motherfucker. Trust me on that. What I saw in my life of being around those type of things, they are terrible. But what I'm trying to tell you is that when people are destructions to themselves, don't just go ahead and blame another species that for your own fuck ups. Because if you're sitting here watching Beyonce boom, or you sitting here watching Rihanna boom, or you sitting here watching any fucking, I hate to say Beyonce all the time, but that's the one that they promote the most, and it's not a diss to her, she's just a performer. But what I'm saying is, if you are watching another motherfucker too much, then you are fucking yourself up, because you gotta focus on yourself. And then when you find out that you are broke and busted and bummy, then you turn around and you blame the white man and say that he won't give you a job, and he won't give you education, and he won't give you employment, and he won't give you housing. But it's up to you to do that. He's not your dad. The white man is not your fucking dad. He's not your daddy. You can't just keep on going to the white man and saying, daddy, you didn't give me a house, you didn't give me an education, you didn't give me anything. They actually look at these white men and it be looking like they want to suck his dick. They want to say, daddy, you got to give me this. Daddy, you got to give me that. That white man don't owe you shit. You're a man just like he is, but you're not equal. And stop saying that you are. You are a different species of primate, but you can't keep on going and blaming somebody else for your fucking problems. If you are a person, it's your responsibility to get the education. It's your responsibility to learn a trade. It's your responsibility to speak proper English. It's your responsibility to know how to write things. It's your responsibility to know basics of law and order. It's your responsibility to live in a clean house. But it's your responsibility to take care of your own house. If something breaks, it's your responsibility to fix it. You have to be responsible for your own fucking actions. You can't just go around to the next motherfucker because he's white and say, you owe me something because you did something to my ancestors. And that's not even really what happened. We've been lied to about this whole slavery bullshit. We've been lied to, and I found out the truth. If you just sit down and research and find out the truth, we've been lied. That slavery, the way that it was a false narrative. It was actually something good happening, and people, by them being fucking stupid ass gorillas, they went and fucked everything up that somebody was trying to do for them. Somebody was trying to do something good for them, and then they didn't understand what was happening, and then they ran around telling lies, saying that white people had beat the shit out of them and they had done all these horrible things, and the white people didn't do these things. They were innocent of this. They were just trying to help these niggers. Okay? And now look at what we created. I mean, I wasn't there, but look at what society created. A bunch of stupid ass fucking booms that just want to put entertainment on the YouTube. We got a powerful, super powerful platform, and we are not even being given free educational classes. You could put trades on the internet. Hey, learn how to do plumbing. Hey, learn how to be engineering. Hey, learn how to do engineering. Hey, learn the basics of architect. Hey, learn how to make an airplane. Hey, well, I'm interested in designing airplanes. It's kind of hard for me to find resources on how to build an airplane. I want to make some little miniature airplanes that people can just go joyriding in. I want to learn how to do these. I'm an aviator. I'm a retired Delta Airlines ergonomics inspector. I know what rudders is. I know about GE engines. I know about Rolls-Royce engines. I know about power and torque, weight and balance. I know about flying. I don't have a pilot's license. But I'm interested. I used to just study airplanes. I love the way that they designed it. Boeing, McDonnell Douglas, Airbus, the Concorde. I knew all kinds of stuff about airplanes. That's just something that I would be doing as a hobby. I wanted to just build some little airplanes and learn how to fly them my goddamn self. I got enough interest and ability. I would just take the motherfuckers out. I'm not going to tell you all the shit that I would do with them. But I got some plans if I could put together some little shit, and I would just do it as a little hobby. I like to use my mind in intelligent manners. And then if I wanted to sell the motherfuckers, then I would start selling them to another motherfucker if they were interested in just doing some little joyriding. They wouldn't go that high. I would just make them where they would do certain things. I'm trying to figure out how to fuck around with them. Don't tell me I can't do it just because nobody else has done it. I think I got enough intelligence to figure out the basic mechanics of an airplane. I know about airplane skin. I know how to dump a lav on an airplane. I know how to set up a GPU, ground power unit on an airplane. I know how to disengage the steering panel on an airplane. I know about pushback tractors. I know all of that shit. I could go on and on about airplanes. I know how to do all that shit. A lot of times after I broke my leg, after a truck ran me over, and I would go up there doing cabin service, which is just clean the planes up real quick, grab the trash and go. Flight attendants would say, hey, can you go get somebody to fill the plane up with potable water? I say, I could do that. I'll do it. I'll run down there. I know how to fill the plane up with potable water. They would look like, what? How do you know how to fill the plane up with potable water? I know how to do it. Trust me, I got you. Don't worry. I don't got to tell nobody else. I'll do it. Okay. If they would come up to me, hey, can you find somebody to dump the lav? It hasn't been dumped for 3 cities. Oh, girl, I can do that. I can dump the lav for you. I'll dump it. I'll fill it up with blue juice, too. I'll have it nice and fresh. I'll do that for you. You can do that? Yeah, I could do that. I could do that. I could definitely do that. And, in fact, I'll marshal this plane, too. I'll marshal it out and say goodbye and wave to you. I could do that, too. What? You could do that? All that? Yes. I know how to drive the lav truck. I could drive the truck. I'll push the truck back. You can watch me. How do you know how to do that? I could do it. Trust me, I got it. Okay, I could do all that shit. And they would blow even the pilot's mind that I could run out. Oh, I could work the gate. If you need somebody to work the gate, I'll go work the gate real quick. I look like this with my jacket on, but I could work the gates. Yeah, I could board this airplane. Oh, you need me to go load the plane? I could even do that too. I'll get in the motherfucking bin. I'll load this motherfucker for you. I wouldn't talk to them like that, but they said you could do that too. I could do that too. I'll do all of it. I'll do it from top to bottom. I could work the gates, work the ticket counter, airport operations. I know how to run the whole airport. What? Yes, I could do all that. It's nothing. Do you know how to fly a plane? Not really, but I could learn. That's the only thing I didn't know. They would say, that's the only thing you don't know? That's the only thing I don't know. Everything else I know how to do. I know how to do everything else. I could push this motherfucker back for you too. You want me to ride the pushback tractor? Is that you could do that too? Marshal you out, wing walk, everything. I got it. Okay. They would say, wow, I didn't know you could do all that. Yes, I could do all that. Okay, but what I'm trying to tell you is that never let nobody stop your intelligence. Can't nobody stop you but yourself. You know, when I say atheism is unstoppable, I say that with a lot of power, because when somebody is trying to stop your intelligence, you have to say atheism is unstoppable. Okay, that means you cannot stop me. I'm going to keep on going. That's why I like flying, because I could fly out a motherfucking bad situation. Keep going. Keep moving forward. Keep it in positive motion. I could fly this motherfucker. If it came down to it, I would have enough confidence to do it, because it's easy if you know basic intelligence. But if you sitting up there watching another motherfucker all day, then you ain't got nothing to say. Okay, so what I'm trying to tell you, don't keep telling people that somebody's holding you back. You're the one holding your own goddamn self back. If you don't learn and you don't grab educational materials, anything is possible if you put your mind to it. But if you just fucking the YouTube up and you're just destroying intelligence and education, guess what? You are going to self-destruct, because you will not know anything at all, because you're just watching another motherfucker too much. So what I'm trying to tell you is, why does it make me mad? Because they sit there and they start complaining and saying that, they start saying, oh, they can't do this. Oh, they can't do that. But who is stopping you? Then they say the white man is doing that to them. What is he doing? Is he bending you over and fucking you so that you can't move? What is he doing? Is he spreading your legs open and on top of you fucking you? What is he doing to you that's preventing you from doing things for yourself? oh well, he had my granddaddy he had his grandmammy he was raping my grandmammy, and what is he? What? That's why we all mix with him. What? What the fuck are you saying, you dumbass nigger? What the fuck are you talking about? He had us down. He holding us down. He holding everybody down. No, he's not. He's not doing that. Why is he giving out student loans? Why is the white man out there providing public schools that you don't need tuition for? Why do they offer free pre-K for 4-year-olds in Florida? All this education. Why do they have public libraries with hundreds and thousands of books? Some of them with 2 and 3, but hardly anybody using the books. They're all playing with YouTube on the computer and Facebook and Instagram, looking at sex pics, hiding at the fact that they're looking at big fat jiggly booming bitches for no reason. Don't you see those ugly bitches on the streets, the gorilla booms that you looking at on the internet? When you walk past, you see them on Instagram and Facebook, but they're not getting education. They're not learning anything. They're staring at Instagram. They're staring at Instagram baddies. They're staring at Facebook stupidity. If you don't stop this bullshit, even if this will, even if they, even if they get just one person this message, and then one person realizes the stupidity of their dumb shit, and maybe they used to hang out with people playing video games all day. Then they go outside and play basketball with the fellas. Then they go in and start watching music videos. Then they smoke weed with their girlfriend and fuck. Then they have a baby that they don't take care of. Then what they do, they'll blame this white man for all of this. When it comes down to child support, they'll say that the bitch got to get on welfare. More white people paying for this fucking stupidity. And black people too that are working. But you are causing all of this when all you had to do was get an education and learn and start learning and educating yourself. But I'm about to get off of this because I think I only got 30 minutes on this SD card. What I'm saying is, don't blame somebody else for your failures. When you fail at life, it all comes down to you. Failing is on you. Nobody can live your life for you. You have to live for yourself. And when you make mistakes and you fuck up, you can't point at another species of primate and blame another species of primate for your failures and fuck ups. You can't point the finger and say somebody else did something to you when you yourself are your worst nightmare enemy. If you don't start learning and you don't start educating yourself in a trade, YouTube could give free classes. Why not give free classes for things? Why not teach people not just to cook? It's only culinary arts can only go so far. What about other things that people could learn how to do in their communities? Why do we have such a powerful platform and is not being used to its full capacity? We are not getting the necessary educational materials for free, and we're not getting intellectual stimulating skits that can intellectually educate us in a funny, lighthearted way. All this stuff is about sexuality and stupidity and music and dancing all day. And honestly, as a species, you got to do better. I have to make another video tonight. I'm just telling you, I have to write a little book about evolution. Get rid of the Bible, go burn it. Nobody was created in the image of God. You came from an ape. You are an ape, and that's what we all are. All humans are primates. Human is the name Primate is the species of ape. And honestly, we're from the great apes of Africa. No matter how white you are, no matter how Asian you are, we all came from one continent. Black people don't own Africa. Black people, Asians own Africa too. White people own Africa too. But the black people are just wilding out and destroying everything in sight. That the other races, they actually bailed. They actually left those niggers in the dust and went and set up lives somewhere else. And then the niggers were sitting there complaining in the dirt, wondering where everybody left to. So, when people leave your ass in the dust, they mean it. What did they do when they left Africa? They made great cities and civilizations. The Asians made their own language, made their own way, made electronics, made all kinds of stuff. The white man did incredibly well for himself. The Asian man did incredibly well for himself. The Asian man, when he fails, he don't point to the white man and say, white man did it. When the white man fails, he don't point at the chink and say the chink did it. The nigger is always pointing at the white man saying he did it. When he's the one fucking himself up. He's the one always in self-destruct mode. He's the one that won't get an education. He's the one singing and dancing and prancing around. He's the one riding around with loud music. He's the one looking at celebrities all day. He's the one that won't get an education, won't get an education, won't get an education. He can't even speak English properly. He can't speak English properly. It's always this, they, and that. He can't, motherfucker is this, they, and that. That. When you say the word T, you have to stick your tongue out. This, that, they. Okay, it comes out of your mouth when you say the teeth. You feel it on your teeth. If you don't feel your tongue on your teeth, if you don't feel it, and it's not doing that on Instagram as an Instagram baddie, you are not even using your tongue properly. That's why you're saying did, this, that, day, did. If you do that, your tongue is going to the back. That means you're retarded. Retarded people, their tongue is fucking up. That's why they can't pronounce things. So if he's saying did, this, day, that means that his tongue is not it's not a human. It's not a human. Let me tell you something. If they don't have all the elements of the earth, which is air, water, and some other things, they don't have the elements of air, which means they can't fly. So they're scared of flying. Why? Because when I worked at the airport, they would be terrified. The few that they would be scared of flying. How can you be scared of flying? That's natural in nature. It's air. It's hard to die. Most people don't die. Okay, how many planes go out a day? All day, every day, and they don't crash. It's rare. So there's nothing to be afraid of. I try to tell people that. They still be scared. What the fuck are you saying? It's a natural thing. Air, birds fly. That means it's natural. It's within nature. There's wings. You fly. Calm down. They would be scared and clutching the Bible. Please, calm down. I try to talk to them intelligently. No, they don't want to. I say, look, you got to get on that plane. That's the only way you're going to get to where you're going. Oh, they're scared. Okay, well, it would always be a black person scared. I would try to give them a little pep talk, give them some education. Don't worry, you're not going to fall. Okay, when you get up there, it's going to be calm. Okay, everything is fine. Just relax. You want to sit in the middle? They'll say, yeah, it'll be two people between them. Yeah, I'll put you in the middle. That way you don't have to look out the window. You don't have to be worried about people, on the side of you, walking past you. It'll keep you calm. Just sit in the middle, and then they will feel safe. Sit them in the middle. Every time they would come up, if you sit them in the middle, they don't have to look out the window. They don't have to worry about somebody walking past them. They feel comfortable like a mommy and daddy with them, and then they calm down. Calm down, motherfucker, calm down. What's wrong with the niggers? Why don't they have the element of air? What happened? Why don't they have the element of air? I used to always ask myself that. Why don't niggers understand the elements of air? It's called the elements of air. It's natural. Love it. Enjoy it. Okay? What the fuck? Trust me, the most dangerous part of flying is the takeoff. What am I doing when the takeoff? Hell yeah, let's get it going. Let's get it moving. Let me enjoy this. Be quiet. I want to look outside. Get flying. Come on, let's move. We got to go. Come on, he's moving too slow. He moving 500 miles an hour. Bitch, that's still too slow. Come on, let's get moving. That's how I'm feeling. Motherfucker scared. What the fuck you scared of? Bitch, we moving. We rolling. Let's get going. We getting up in the air, bitch. Shut the fuck up. Let me enjoy it. Okay? That's how I feel. I always tell the motherfucker next to me, please be quiet. I need to enjoy the takeoff. That's my favorite part. But motherfucker, that's the most dangerous part. Because you need to make sure that the weight and balance gonna stay up. If it's weight and balance on the error, you ain't getting up. You going down fast. And it's gonna be brutal. Because it's full of fuel. And when it hits, boom, you can't survive that. Gonna be a lot of temperature, a lot of heat, and you gone within seconds. But am I worried? No. I got the elements of air, bitch. I know I'm okay. I feel safe. Satan's rocking with me. I'm not worried about a goddamn thing. Let's get moving. Let's keep flying. Okay, so element of water. Why are they scared of water? What the fuck is going on with those niggers? I don't understand a nigger. What the fuck is wrong with water? They be scared to go over a bridge. What the fuck? Water is beautiful. You need water to live. Enjoy water. If you fall, just calm down and you'll float. You're not going to fall like a rock. Just calm down and you'll float. I know it might be scary, but if you just calm down, if you hit the water, you'll float. Just get on your back and float. Keep your head up. Float. It'd be exhausting trying to talk to a goddamn nigger. But what I'm trying to tell you is that niggers are retarded motherfucking gorilla booms. Now, there are some black people that are from lemurs and they're normal. A gorilla is their own idea of normal, but most of these niggers are gorilla booms. I call them booms because it's a bonobo boom. A lot of booms, a lot of white people call them booms. Booms and boom, sheep booms and boom jigglies, booming. Okay, the boomings and stuff. They just know them as booms. Because when a white person gets irritated with the boom jiggly bullshit of that booming, boom, dumbass gorilla boom, silverback and all that. It's just silverback and dumbass shit. They're just gorillas too much. I mean, goddamn, would you please? And then I just got pissed off. I went to this website about some legal intelligence, and it had all this shit about let's all be treated as equals. Excuse me? No, I'm tired of that. No, we can't just keep on saying let's all just say we're equals. There's 200 a family of primate with 200 different primate. All primate is not equal. Primates are different in intelligence. 2 different primates got 2 different intelligence. Whoever got the most intelligence is the superior primate. What the fuck? People are actually going around voting for people that are the less intelligent primate. How in the fuck are you going to vote for the less intelligent primate? Always go with the most advanced looking primate, the more sophisticated appearance of the primate, the most intelligent look of the primate. Always go with the most intelligent looking primate. If a primate looks like it stands up good, the primate got a more the most human look is going to be the most ideal primate for leadership. You don't give leadership roles to a less sophisticated primate. That means he's more of something that's non-human look. So you can't trust a more non-human primate with sophisticated technologies. You can't trust them with mathematics. You can't trust them with science. Their IQ is not strong enough. They're not as advanced. So going around and voting for Obama or voting for Kamala, what the fuck would I do that for? Those I understand evolution. That motherfucker is not the most sophisticated, qualified primate for the job. I'm not gonna just give my vote to a less inferior primate. I go with the most superior primate. We have to be not afraid to admit when something looks more superior and something looks inferior. You can't just always say they're equals. How in the fuck are they equal? Do they have the same hair? No, one got straight hair, one got nappy hair, right? What about the eye structure? Who got the most human eyes? The one with the blue eyes, right? Because that means there's no dirt in it. There's no melanin. Melanin is just dirt in their eyes. Does the motherfucker got dirt in his eyes or not? Okay, well, he got clear. He got water in his eyes. That means he's cleaner. Okay, go with that one. Okay, What about the melanin in the skin? No, the melanin is gone. It's white. That means he's clean. He's been bleached out. That means he's an older, sophisticated primate. I'm going with rocking with the more. I don't want to be led by a dumbass primate with dirt in his eyes and dirt in his skin and round chimpanzee ears. What about his ears? Oh, hers are pointy. You can tell she's from a lemur. She got cat ears. Why? Because they're pointed. They're sharp. The point is still there from the cat. Where can I find my cat ears? It's pointed and the tips curve all the way down for the point of the cat. Okay, I still got the cat. Where's the felines? Right there. They were still real sharp. I got all that. Okay, I can trace it back to the lemurs. Okay, I'm not afraid to admit that I'm from a cat. Goddamn. A lot of people are from cats, but some people are from dogs, canine. Okay, a lot of good people come from canine, but I'm not canine, I'm feline. Lemur. Okay, I don't give a fuck. Okay, I'm happy with that. I'm proud of who I am. But as far as coming from canine, I don't understand canine. Okay, but canines are good. They are. A lot of them are good. You know, some of them be repping on that Dog the Bounty Hunter, the blonde hair, blue eye. He's Dog. He calls himself Dog the Bounty Hunter. I call myself Lion Puss. Okay, I'm from cats. Then you got Snoop Doggy Dogg. He calls himself from a dog. Then you got Pitbull. He's saying that he's from a dog. They might not realize what they're saying when they name themselves that, but they're repping on what the fuck is in their past. They're proud. They're happy about whoever the fuck they were. I'm proud about Lion Puss. Why? Because he's a cat. Okay? I can feel the power of the cat. Why? Because that's where I came from. My original DNA came from Cat World. Okay, all the chinks with all that Japanese shit. Oh, Hello Kitty and Maru and Miniki Nico and all these little cat faces all over the place. And then the Tiger Boys and all Cat World be feeding out on cat stuff. I call it cat filth just because it's cute. Ain't nothing filthy about cat. Okay. Nothing filthy. I call it cat filth just for cuteness. Okay, cats every goddamn where you look is cat faces everywhere. Goddamn. And even Detroit, what the fuck? Lions, Detroit Lions, Detroit Tigers. Whoever that is was a goddamn cat. Okay, when it's feeding out on cat, this cat, that cat faces, it's a cat loose somewhere. Cat World and now on some cat stuff. Woo shit, when the cats get into anything, if you see that cat face, you better not fuck around. That ain't dog world. That's cat filth. I mean that in the cute way. If I say cat filth is cute to me. It's just some term that I use when I see that somebody feeding out on their cat background. They be blazing up on cat faces. They just put a cat face everywhere. Put their little cat ears on. Goddamn, some of them be wearing the little pentagram. Put the cats on the pentagram. You know they're catting out on that. When you see that, they're catting out on something. Cat 5. But anyway, yeah, you don't blame nobody else for your failures, bitch. Blame yourself for your failures. For your shortcomings in life, blame your goddamn self. You can't blame nobody else but your goddamn self. You can't blame nobody but yourself. And I say it over and over again. Blame your goddamn self for being a dumbass gorilla boom. Blame your goddamn self for being chimpanzee boom. Blame your goddamn self for being bonobo boom. Blame your goddamn self. Okay, now when you look at a goddamn Serena Williams and Venus Williams, the reason why I get so irritated, because you can tell those are not no motherfucking humans. Motherfuckers, gorillas, that's gorilla boom. When you see Serena Williams, Venus Williams, got the bitch laying up with a white man, what the fuck would the white man see in a gorilla boom like that? Come on now. You know somebody set that marriage up. What the fuck are they thinking? What white man in his right mind gonna touch a gorilla boom? That's gorilla filth right there, and that ain't pretty. That's gorilla, pure gorilla. That half gorilla baby Alexis, half human, half gorilla. Motherfucker ugly than a motherfucker. I be watching the raggedy looking legs movements. Motherfucker half retarded looking. Not a good mixture. Gorilla, that's just filthy. Gorillas. Okay, They gross me out sometimes. Gorillas so goddamn ugly. Ugliest of all the primates, gorilla boons. Next ugliest, the bonobos. Ugly than a motherfucker. Ugly bonobo. Oh, who is the bonobo? Patricia Bright. Married to a goddamn white man and you're a bonobo? That's a bonobo. That's a monkey bonobo. Ugh. Patricia Bright. Google that ugly monkey bitch. Ugh. That's a monkey. Bonobo monkey. Ugh. You can tell. If you don't know your primates, you need to study primate. Just type in primate, pictures of primate. Find some characteristics on the ugliest of the ugly bonobos. Ugliest of the ugly chimpanzee bones. Ugliest of the ugly sheep bone. Ugliest of the ugly gorilla silverback bone. Ugh, ugh. Okay, and if you're a white gorilla, I apologize. If you're a white gorilla, I apologize. I apologize. I didn't mean to say some of the stuff, but you know, we're cousins. All primates are related at the end of the day. That's why the transplants work. Okay. I mean, honestly, the primate family is called a family of primate. That's what that means. So you have to look for type in cousin primate. Cousin primate, or ugly ass gorilla boon's face come up. I typed in cousin primate, literally cousin primate. Then I typed in cousin primate to human. Guess who popped up? Gorilla. A full-blown gorilla popped up on my computer, said cousin primate to human. I said, that ugly motherfucker? God damn, that's an ugly motherfucker. God damn, that motherfucker ugly. Ugly than a motherfucker, dirty than an ugly motherfucker. Ooh, I'm related to that ugly boon. God damn, that motherfucker ugly and stupid. I hate you, you gorilla boon. But honestly, I'm being funny. I love all the family of primate. We wouldn't be here if we didn't love each other. Even though I can't stand the motherfucking gorilla boon, bonobo boons, I mean, we all are from a family of primate. Honestly, all family of primate. Just keep it real. If you're a white motherfucker, Asian motherfucker, it's just a family of primate. Now, don't get all cocky and conceited if you're gorilla boon or bonobo boon. Say, oh, I'm related to everybody. Don't get all conceited. Your DNA is similar to another primate, yes, but you're distant cousins in my book, because I'm not from a gorilla. I'm from lemur, okay? Lion puss. I'm from lemur puss. I'm from the lion lemurs of Madagascar. I'm not from no motherfucking gorilla, okay? Gorilla boon, I ain't that closely related to you. Or no mother, not even if you're a white gorilla boon, I ain't got no gorilla in me at all. I don't like gorillas for some reasons. Gorilla boons are some dangerous, stupid ass motherfuckers. Okay, chimpanzee, he okay. Bonobo, he okay. Gorilla boon, fuck you. Gorilla is something else, of some stupidity. Be careful even when you see white gorilla. Be careful. Careful around anything that descends from gorilla. Trust me on that. Trust me on that. A lot of those mad doctors, mad scientists, they be gorillas. How do I know? Because I saw them in the Baker Act facility. They were gorilla bones. How can I tell? Because they were big and tall. Big hands, big feet. Wearing a little white jacket and those glasses. Hiding their gorilla eyes. White motherfuckers is what they were. They were white gorilla silverbacks. I know how to tell primate. Primate looks a certain kind of way from another primate. Talking about all primates are equal. All men are created equal. That's a goddamn lie. Please don't tell each other those lies. Don't tell each other those stupid ass lies. Those lies has to be stopped, honestly. I'm going to write a book on evolution. Please don't keep putting that everywhere. All men are created equal. No, we're not. No, we're not. I'm not the same as a gorilla boon. Not even if there's a white gorilla boon, I ain't related to them like that. I'm not related to no bonobos. I'm not, I mean, what I'm saying is that family of primate, yes. But as far as me, you might say I'm contradicting myself. I mean that I'm not a direct descendant of the gorilla bones. I'm not a direct descendant of no bonobo bones. Not a direct descendant of no chimpanzee bone. Okay. If you can trace your DNA all the way back to lion puss, that means you are not connected to them. Okay. Keeping it real. I'm not connected to them. Thankfully. Now, if you are connected to one of those that don't get all bent out of shape and start saying, grabbing your Bible and saying, well, I'm created in the image of God. I used to try to tell people evolution. They would say, no, Darwin's theory was racist. Darwin was a racist. They hate Darwin. They love the Bible. They believe in Adam and Eve. They believe that God created men from a dirt of his rib, and then he buried them, and then he put some dirt on them, and then he made them into an image, and after it finished with that, then he made a woman from some dirt and his own ribs from Adam, and they all came from Adam and Eve, not Steve. How many times, whenever I tell a motherfucker, look, I tried like twice to tell a motherfucker the theories of evolution. It never goes no further than, hey, have you ever heard of Darwin's theory that we all came from apes of Africa? And then they'd be like, what? No, I heard of Darwin, but he was a racist. He didn't know what he was talking about, but Darwin said that he came from an ape. He was a white man. Oh, but he was racist. He said the blacks were closer to the apes. But no, he didn't say that. He said that all people came from apes. And then they start arguing with me about Darwin. And then they start putting Darwin down. Now, if you never heard of Darwin, Darwin was a scientist. He was the first one that came out with the theories of evolution. I'll tell you this and then I'll go. When I first found out about the theories of evolution, I was thrilled. I was so excited by this theory because it was just something that excited me. I was happy. I felt like finally I had some answers that wasn't religious about origins, but I didn't really bother myself with it. When I was little, I used to read a lot. So I came across this man's book called Darwin's Theory. And I read it, and it was about apes and how we were all connected to some great apes of Africa. Darwin was a white man. He said that he was an ape, and he was talking about how we were all apes, and I was happy. And I wanted to share my information with some motherfucker. Well, the motherfucker got mad and furious and started going off and saying all this horrible stuff. I just sat there and looked, and I felt still excited, and I wanted to discuss the theories of evolution with somebody that was willing to talk to me. So I just listened to this dumb motherfucker rage on about the Bible book, and I just didn't give a fuck about that. Even when I was a fake Christian, I never believed in Adam and Eve. I always believed in what Darwin had taught me through the book that I read about Darwin's theory. So I went to another motherfucker, tried to open up a conversation with this motherfucker, and I started excited, but I was a little bit more timid. My excitement had calmed down. I said, hey, have you ever heard of Darwin's theory? Darwin was a white man scientist, and he said that we all came from some great apes of Africa. And then this person blew up worse than that one and started reciting verses from the Bible. After that, I never opened my mouth up about Darwin's theory again. I never talked to anybody else about Darwin's theory, because after the second motherfucker started preaching to me about the Bible book, I felt sad. I felt sad. I still believed in Darwin's theory, but I was sad that I didn't have nobody to share the joys of knowing about Darwin's theory with. So I felt so sad, so miserable. I didn't have nobody to talk to that was happy about Darwin's theory to share in my happiness of this information, this knowledge and education. So I sat down in my satanic realms that I used to hide out at. I sat there and I just sat there and almost cried. Sat there like this. I wish I had somebody to talk to that could share some information with me about what they felt about Darwin in a positive way. I was just so frustrated and mad, and I didn't have nobody that I could talk to about nothing about Darwin. It was just something that had bothered me for years and years and years. I finally talked about it. And I was just like, I wish people understood how great Darwin was. I wish people understood his theories more. And I've been thinking about Darwin's theory all the time. Every day, not a day goes by that I don't think about something else about Darwin's theory. So I'm always adding to it and thinking about different stuff that I learned from a long time ago. So I said, you know what? One day I'm going to write me a book. I'm going to write a book about my own theories of evolution, but I have to give credit